Welcome back, gamers. How are you doing? Continuing with the Revolt series. The thumbnail will give it away. We have another Revolt today, and yes, you guess it's going to be Canada. I do know that one of these players does Revolt to Canada, but who's going to take the crown today? We saw Carp the other day do some crazy Dutch build with the Theaters card, and he made Ronin, and he beat one of the top players in the game, Optimus Prime, and he was playing Dutch. And but I would say France is his best civ. I would say France is definitely his best civ. He loves to do the natives. He loves to do that sort of stuff. Blood Brothers, natives, like CDB cards, you name it. I've played against it. I've seen him do it numerous times. And Carp is on a win streak right now. But he's going up against a GOAT who has just made his recent return. The 30-year-old retired boomer poet. Yes, it's a weird-ass name. You know that means it's Callan, baby. Callan has returned. He's been back streaming again, which is really good to see. I'll post his his Twitch streams in the description below if you want to follow him along there. So yeah, so we've got a French mirror. I say France have one of the best revolts in the game. They have two of the best revolts in the game. Two of the three strongest revolts in the game. So I think if I was to do a tier list right now, the S tier civilizations would be the French Revolution, the Napoleon Revolt, into Canada, South Africa, and maybe you could put Maya at the top there as well. Maya is busted, but Maya is much more difficult to get to than like normal age 4 revolts, because it's basically like going into age 5. So you have to be in a pseudo age 3.5 and then revolt, and it's more expensive than normal revolts. It's more expensive than like 2-pack revolt. It's technically 2,000 in each resource. It is the most expensive revolt in the game. So, but Maya is still S tier. So let's say France have 2 of the best 4 revolts in the game. Okay, so Maya, Canada, Napoleon, and South Africa. So they're a very, very good revolt civ. They're also a very good civ to get to age 4. France can get to age 4 most games, to be honest with you. So yeah, 12-10 coming in here for Callan. Carp is going also for 12-10. Carp's going for Ancient Regime. He's also making, he's also building the Berbers TP here. Interesting. Callan is going to see that. Are we going to see some Berber raids? Are we going to see some early Berber nomads? We'll have to wait and see. I presume he's going for the quartermaster. He is. Not that many people on. No one on gold as well. So not even going for like rushing to get hunting dogs as quickly as possible. There comes the Royal Embassy. And he's going to place that safe. He's going to put that in his base. Okay, fine. Usually you see, you know, I like to play this build with the Ancient Regime. I know there's others like Robrot that used to like doing this. And then you like to be aggressive with the Royal Embassy so you can kind of rush your opponent with it. Callan is sending 2 vills forward, but just onto a mine here. Nothing too crazy. I think he's got his scout in the middle over here, scouting just in case anything comes forward, like any vills or any forward bases, anything like that. He can see it. 400 wood for him as well. Carp, 400 wood. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, I forgot. Of course. That is... Guys, he is right now at 4 minutes of the game. At 4 minutes of the game, he has 3 town centers. Yes, admittedly, it's for 5 Berbers. But he right now has 3 town centers, and he's going for TP Boom. This is so greedy. This is actually so insane. Yes, he can only free TCs essentially for 5 vills, but still, that's very impressive. So if anyone doesn't know, the Royal Embassy, you can make natives from here. So if you have already made a native post, like the Berbers, he can make Berber camels, he can make Berber nomads. If he decided to get the Sudanese, he could make the Sudanese dervish from there. So that's actually genius play. So not only is he making a villager from the town center, he's making Berber Nomad from the Royal Embassy, and he's making a Berber Nomad from the trading post. So there you can see he's got, this is going to be his 5th Berber Nomad already at like 5 minutes 25. How insane is that? How insane is that? And now that he sees some basic musketeers coming in, we do see a forward barracks. Now he sees some basic musketeers. He can decide to make some of the royal musketeers. There you go. I said bang on, 525. He's got 20 vills. Insane in the membrane. And obviously he's got 4. He can now send 4 vills as well. So he went for 700 wood first. That's crazy. He could have gone even greedier and gone for 4 vills first. But I guess he wants the infrastructure for 700 wood, which is absolutely fine. Is going to lose the trade post. So a lot of resources have been spent into that trade post and to get stagecoach. So Callan is countering very well here. But Royal Musketeers are stronger than normal Musketeers. However, they're not. They can get kited by crossbows. And look at this. Yeah, beautiful. Good scout placement there. He saw it. He maneuvered it into a position to try and deal with it, but got found out real quick. And scout just dies instantly. But he did tank the charged ability of these guys. So they are 4.5 speed as well. So they can, although they'll get kited by Expos, not for long because these guys are much faster. Okay, starting to make some dervish now. That's quite a smart decision. They are a skirmisher type unit. So 26 villagers now for Carp compared to 22 for Callan. You can see there's that kind of, the extra 5 Berbers has made a difference. He's going for double racks here, interesting, and 8 bows. So we've got like 4 vills, 700 wood, 8 bows. So something much more simpler with him. I don't think he sent the 2 CDB shipment. So he's on 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be his 5th shipment. Okay, got a little bit of a skirmish going on here, but I think Callan just has too much stuff. Dervish getting some work in here. Look how much stuff Callan's got already. Yeah, Carp has the stronger units, but just nowhere near the mass. Is going to be forced to back up and going to be forced to send native treaties. He does have the dervish. Obviously, he's making them, so he has got that native post as well. That's going to be nice. Native treaty is going to be worth a lot here. Miniman coming in as well. It's crazy how both of these guys have the infinite 2 CDPs in their deck. Cart's on 29 vills compared to 24. Yeah, so Callan won't have gone for this because you could tell he's literally 5 vills behind right now. So native treaties comes in. And it's going to give him 3 Berber camel riders and 4 Sudanese dervish. Now, he needs to make more of these Berber camels. There's a lot of expos here. Make some Berber camels. Yes, they lose to Musk, but they're such a good snaring unit. Callan being really smart here, stealing that trade post. Not every day you see Callan play like super standard like this. But today he is. Berber Kings of the Desert. Berber Kings of the Desert. Which one is that? Berber Kings of the Desert. All villagers gain more hit points. Oh, it's the Berber Nomads. And oh, this is hilarious. So all villagers get 35% hit points. This is such an insane tech. Such an insane tech for France. 35% hit points is massive. Absolutely massive. We look at Pioneers is plus 65%, and that's a whole ass shipment. This is just a tech from a native. Not only does it give you more HP, and look at this. CDBs have 306 HP already. Hunting dogs only. This is a very late hunting dogs. But what this tech also does is it makes Berber Nomads pikemen. Because look at this. They have a 10-hand attack with a 5 multiplier. They get a 5 multiplier versus cavalry. So yeah, they destroy hussars. Absolutely insane. He's on berries as well. This is not very good. He's being contained really well by Callan here. He's down 3k score, but it doesn't feel like he should be. He's on more vills, 33 vills compared to 28. But Callan is doing a really strong job here, stealing the second trade post as well. It looks like Carp might have gone too greedy. Hussar raid's coming in here. He's going to lose one villager. Likely going to be two. CDBs have 423 HP. Absolutely insane. Good micro here by Carp. He's somehow kind of ignoring... Oh no, Callan made a mistake, but then he does manage to get that second Vill. Good snipe there by Callan. He does lose all of those Hussars, though. And now Carp's getting heavily pressured. 700 coin coming in, 29 Vills. Compared to Carp. Still on the Vill lead, but down 2 TP Stagecoach. This TP doesn't have Stagecoach. Starting to make some walls here. Interesting. Still has this Sudanese Red Sea trade if he wants to get a couple of kind of bits of infrastructure down. I'm not sure what infrastructure he would get. Carp hasn't sent 700 coin. You can see Pioneers has come in. So 2 very different build orders coming in here. I feel like if Carp didn't need to go this greedy, right? This is such a fun build, though. But Carp did not need to go for the extra trade post, right? He should have prioritized making units and getting market techs, I feel. I really liked the Berbers from Freetown Center production. But again, he could have made Berbers from the trade post. He could have made villagers from the town center, and then he could have made Royal Musketeers from the native building, the native embassy. I feel like he just kind of got too far behind at the beginning of the game here. With regards to the amount of units. Okay, Berber Camel Riders, can they squeeze through? No, they're messing up. Manages to survive that CDB there, but does kill the Explorer. So, Carp is the first to age into H3. How is Callan that far in front? Okay, Edict of Nantes coming in for Carp. And if I remember correctly, Callan is aging up now as well with the Exiled experience. Artillery Foundry. So Sudanese Red Sea trade wagons have come in, and one is gone for an artillery foundry, so that's getting good value out of that, 250, and the other is an outpost, also 250, so he's getting like the maximum value from that. Somehow farming the Explorer twice there. It got revived because it was right next to his wall. Now Callan's going for the Berber Nomad, so somehow Carp now all of a sudden almost the same score. This is such a random game. You just never know what Carp's going to do. Like, his score just fluctuates like crazy. Such a random player, and that's why we love him. Just putting a house in the most random place. It's good for line of sight here, to be honest. Veterancy for Musketeers is coming in. He's got a lot of Musketeers. He's got 44 Musks. 16 bows. And 7 skirmishers. But Carp's got 423 HP CDBs. Come at me, bro. Come at me. He also now has middle guard. Fort coming in for Cannon. Yeah, I mean, middle guard is the great equalizer here. If the Grens can get on top of these musts, they will destroy them. Like, but you don't need old guard. Like, middle guard are still insanely strong. They still have 50% range resist and insane attack damage. So 39 Vills now for Callan. Finally, Callan is the one up in villages now. Score's pretty close. Does look like Carp's trying to get into industrial here. Still don't see Northwest Passage. Would like to see that. Does have lots of native cards. He's got so many options. Like, does he go into the native text? Does he go into the CDB text? Okay, almost getting into Age 4 here. Whilst Callan looks like he's just deciding to play this out in Age 3, he's taking map control, that big, mighty fort. Ticonderoga. That does not sound very French to me. I want to hear like the Fort Snail, yeah, or Fort Bonjour. I know that means Fort Hello. I want to hear like Fort Je m'appelle, Fort un deux trois, Fort Croissant. You know that I want the memes. I want the racism, right? I want French racism. Okay. And Crossbow's trying to take on CDBs. Bradley got 423 HP. Good luck with that. And 40% range resist. The crossbows don't stand a chance. They're probably doing like 5 attack damage. Great stuff there by Carp. No chance of beating them. What's really good here is if you're out on the map like this, taking your Berber Nomads with your CDBs is a really good idea, because if you get attacked by Cav, the Berber Nomads are going to melt them. Melt them. So we got Fort Snail and Croissants in the middle of the map here. So Callan's doing a really good job. Callan is just such a good player. Like, he's just taken map control really, really well here. Starting to send some curs. He's got his 2 Fouts. Obviously, he can make Fouts from the fort as well if he needs to. He's got some Berber Nomads here as well. He's on 47 vills now. So, yeah, he's just booming really well here. Taking the map control, you can see he's got all of the resources he could possibly need. Still has 2 TP stagecoach as well. Taking Carp's side of the map over here. Got musketeers guarding these resources. And Carp is struggling. These Berber Nomads have very long spears for the Zebra. It looks a bit overkill, but that's probably what they use to get that pikeman ability. So Carp kind of... The way Carp needs to win this, he's only 3 down to score down, and he's in age 4, by the way. 2 heavies coming in, and Old Guard are here. He's managed to squeeze in Old Guard and 2 heavy cannons. Boom! Oh, somehow dodging the big shots there. Those 2 heavy cannons with the lock-on, the alley-oop, the hoop-de-whoop, the long downtown lock-on, manages to dodge those 2 heavy cannon shots. And look at this, ready for cavalry crash. Big cab push coming in here by the looks of it for Callan. However, we've seen the damage these Old Guard have done time and time again. 50 bills compared to Carp's 40. He has sent in... oh, no, maybe he hasn't. He sent in 2 heavies. So what is he going to go for next? 10 vills could be a good card. Catch up. But so would the factories be good. Blood Brothers is fine. Also Bourbon Allies. He's got the coin for Bourbon Allies. But he's going to decide to go for Blood Brothers, which is one of his favorite cards. And honestly, one of the strongest cards in the game, with France particularly. So what he wants to do now, he wants to get these natives back. He wants the Berbers back. He's got the Sudanese. Make those Sudanese. It doesn't matter what you've got. It doesn't matter what natives you've got. Any natives in the game is good with Blood Brothers. Any native in the game is good with Blood Brothers. He's going to put himself into a tight choke point here, but those curs are buffed. Maybe he fights here. Maybe he fights here. Use that cab attack. Use that cab bonus from the Berbers, or just let them die. Carp losing a few vills there. Oh, Bourbon Reforms coming in. That is a bit of mercantilism right now. Surely he goes, okay, he goes for Bourbons first. That's fine. He's now going to get XP for each shipment. He was champion. All of his natives now are champion units. But Callan is doing such a good job. Of course, the inflation of score. I get asked why his score gets inflated every time. Guys, let me tell you why your score jumps about 50,000 score. Is because essentially... what Blood Brothers does, it gives the veterancy and guard tech, which can be 1,000 odd resources for every single native in the game. Now, if you think there's like 40 natives, I don't know how many natives, there are probably not that many, but let's say there's 20 natives. You're doing that 1,000 resources for 20 different natives, and it does it all. So it inflates your score massively because it essentially gets veterancy and guard techs for natives that you can't actually make, but it's still, the card just buffs all of them anyway, just in case. So, yeah. Bourbon Allies coming in. Of course, these are natives as well. So he's going to have Royal Guard Musketeers. Look at the stats on these bad boys. He's now making some Royal Guard Dragoons. They are going to have their Guard Tech. Also a very good unit. And not a very good unit, but an interesting unit. Pretty good. Pretty good. Better in melee than it is. Although it's called a Dragoon, the irony of being called a Dragoon is that they're better in melee than they are at range. They're kind of like a... what's that cavalry unit that Sweden have? Oh, I can't think of it now. But their goon, it's kind of like that, where they have a decent hand attack at the same time. Okay, factory wagon coming in. So you can see the stats here. Their hand attack is 35 at 1.5 fire rate, and their range attack is 28 damage at 2.5 fire rate. So yeah, their hand attack is pretty insane, considering they're a Dragoon unit. That's the royal tax, so that's going to give you a certain amount of gold per building you have. I'm not sure how it's going to work out. He's got a lot of buildings, and it costs only like 400 resources. 100, no, maybe 300 resources. I don't know, but he's going to get... Oh my god, he got like over 1,000 coin for it. Now that, talk about return on investment. God damn. Second town center go. Even though he's being squeezed in here, he's making the balls on this man to go for a second town center. Bonjour. We do see mass production coming in now as well, so going for heavy cannons, likely from both of his factories. 41 vills compared to cannons 52. Also making a second town center. He's walling up really well, playing this very smartly. He's got just like a few musketeers protecting these vills over here. Building a church. Doesn't have Edict and Nantes, though, so those old guard could honestly make all the difference here. Oh, wow. Look at this overpop from Callan. That's why he's not building any more vills. He's overpopped. He's on 212 pop right now. Jesus. Going for mercantilism as well. I mean, age up before you get mercantilism, right? Oh, sorry, he is an age 4. What am I talking about? That's going to be for both his factories, surely. It is. Tick, tick. So Carp has a small advantage that he already has his factories pumping right now. And they're producing heavy cannons. So if he can kind of ride on that extra tempo. Carp is revolted! I told you the revolt's happening! We got Old Canada! Old Canada! The land of maple syrup! The best! One of the best revolts in the game. One of my favorites. It's got that beautiful Union Jack in the corner of it. One of the most beautiful flags as well. I always say this. Canadians that think this flag's called the Red Ensign, which is just a cool ass name. It's like that colonialism name, right? It's called the Red Ensign. Imagine thinking a maple leaf is cooler than the Red Ensign. And I'm not just being biased because it has the Union Jack on it, but it makes you scarier as well. It gives you that your Anglo-Saxon roots. You know, it makes it. Instead, you put a fucking maple leaf, you pussies! Pussies! God damn. Embrace your colonial past, my Anglo-Saxon brothers! So, Carp, what is Carp doing here? Carp's sending a Sudanese Hakura system. I think that's the tech that makes buildings cheaper. So, like, farms and estates will be cheaper. And you can see that it makes sense because he's got all of his vills on wood. But he's stuck right now. However, the one thing he has going for him is Metis Bayaga. His CDBs, not only do they have 423 HP, they have 28 ranged attack right now. If he engages in a fight here, he needs to use all of his CDBs. But Callan is being so smart right now. He's just circling the pond. He's circling the sea like a shark, ready, just intimidating his opponent, waiting it out. Oh, and one of the best cards in the game, Native American Allies. It aligns you with 3 native embassy travois. It gives you 3 native embassies. I believe it aligns you with 4 extra allies, right? So you get the Cree, Huron, the Nootka, and the Cherokee. This is actually an insane card, and don't forget, Blood Brothers has been sent. So all of these natives will be guard status. There they come. And the shipment sends a load of natives as well, apparently. I think that's because of the native allies shipment. So this is crazy, right? Because he sent native treaties in Age 2, right? It's given him like 16 units, I think, right? And that extra 16 units is from the native treaties card, because you get a shipment of natives per native treaty, per native you're allied with. So that's why you saw a load of native units get built there. So he's almost at max pop, and he is over popped if you take into consideration natives. They're both on very similar military units right now. But honestly, I mean, classic Scar, classic Goon, Skirm, Kerr, but in come the Metis, in come the Frenchy boys. They are wielding the red ensign. They are masculine villagers, and they are melting the heavy cannons. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And look how many heavy cannons. Oh, it's still only 52 villagers for Callan, because he's been overpopped, so he actually hasn't been able to make any more villagers. Interesting how this has worked out. He's now sending in 4 coals. If you take a look over at Carp, he's on 45 villagers.
Wait.
He hasn't made any more vills just because he can't. Carp making his infamous priest. Don't forget about making those priests. Wow, look at... I love how the saloons change name. Taverne. Maison de Plaisance. It doesn't have the Union Jack in the flag because of Frenchy boys. There's a reason Canadians speak English, not French. Thank you very much. In before people saying, actually, Lionheart, there's places that speak exclusively French. No one cares about those places because they suck. God, I love racism versus French people. Look at the scores. Look at the score. He's on 100,000 score. This game is going to end in one big fight. Who's it going to go? Canada, once again, he's been very cautious not to dive in. His resource stockpile is massive as well. He's not far off being able to get Imperial. But you've got to be careful about these CDBs. You just have to be super careful. Even the Berber Nomads have 400 HP. And they don't get buffed by the Canada Revolt, I don't think. But they don't need any more buffs, because look at the state of these. So he could bring the Berber Nomads in as well. Just absolutely insane.
Azul.
Carp, I think, only has 1 Berber. I just pressed the all button, and it looks like he's lost some Berbers. Oh, look at this. He's sending in the militia officer now. This is an interesting one, because this buffs... sends a Canadian militia officer who can improve the fighting spirit of villagers, militiamen, and native warriors. So his vills and natives will be buffed. So that's insane. Absolutely insane. He's still got this old guard. Where's that militia officer? Where is he? Where is he?
Ready.
There he is. There he is. He's in the fray. You can see the vills getting buffed. Vills have 30 ranged attack. Oh! Vills have 30 ranged attack with that militia officer. Absolutely insane. He's making loads of Nootkas. Nootkas very good at this stage of the game because they just get stuck in there. They're like meaty halberdiers. Look at the old guard. Look at the old guard. Look at all of these plus 30s. Look at the plus 30s everywhere. Carp is melting the army. He's melting him. Reinforcing Nookers on the way. He's still got 9 heavy cannons. 9 heavy cannons marching in his face. Come on, Carp. Come on, Canada. Come on, French racism. Where does he push, though? Does he go down straight down the middle? Look at these reinforcements coming in. Look, he's got so much infrastructure here. It's going to be so tough, but he needs to snowball now. When he needs to snowball, the question is, does he bring his villagers along for the ride? Or does he keep them in his base, making units? It's debatable. Champion trackers coming in. Just champion everything. Making a third town center. He's just trying to boom doing this. Oh, we got the shimmy shays. We got the shimmy shays. Everyone's got Parkinson's disease. Sending in team Great Buffalo Hunt. So he's going for that. That sips 10 bison and improves gather rate from hunted animals by 10%. Honestly, I'd rather the elk. I think I'd rather the 15 elk, right? They give... maybe you go buy the buffalo into the 15 elk. I'm not sure. Oh, no. The champion riflemen are getting caught. These things have 378 bait. With 20 range attack, you don't want to lose them. They're so tanky. That's the thing about all of these natives. They're all so tanky. Oh, one of my favorite natives, the Huron mantlets coming in. You've got champion trackers here, 400 HP. Champion clubman, 320 HP. Some more culverins here as well. He needs to just dive in with CDBs and all the natives, and I think he's fine. Maybe good time to dive in when those mantlets get here. Metis Voyager with 1.46 food per second being gathered right now. Again, still has so much old guard. Has the salt mine. Love it. That's from the Berbers, which he is trying to rebuild there. But smart of Callan to deny that, because you don't want to give him Berber camels. Guard Berber camels? Nah, that's too scary, man. So he can get... He's got 4 natives, plus this Sudanese is 5. If he gets the Berbers, that's essentially 6 natives he can align himself with, which is an insane amount of units. Like 70 to 80 extra units, if not more than that. Probably more like 90 to 100 units. Crazy. It's actually crazy. Actually, you can get 10 champion Hurons. Like, it's more than 100 units. It's way more than 100 units, I believe. Just having that much extra natives is crazy. And it looks like it's go time. The clubmen are diving in. Oh no, he's separating. He stopped that. That was a waste of units. You need to. I think you need to lead with your vills. You want to lead with your vills. I could just see knives and cannonballs. Imagine seeing throwing knives and cannonballs. 56 vills for Carp. 65 now for Callan. Getting the thoroughbreds. Kind of like an eco card, essentially. Callan inching forward with his artillery. He's got very good micro. And Carp is struggling to keep it all together right now. Is he bottling it? Is he bottling it? Is he bottling it? Big shot. Oh, bounce shots as well from Callan. Where are the CDBs? Bring the CDBs. A triple heavy cannon kill. And the Kurz with the flank against the heavies as well. Carp is bottling it right now. He is bottling it. He's throwing it away. Who's going to come out on top of this fight? Is it the final fight of the game? Kurz too strong. Kurz just too strong. Callan just has too much stuff, too many resources. Okay, champion clubman coming in. The Nook was coming in. Is it going to be enough? No. Where are the CDBs? He's not fighting with half of his map. The whole point of this is to fight with your CDBs. The CDBs could have completely wiped the artillery. Oh no! What a bottle job by Carp. Where's his militia officer? Like, oh, he's just bottled this. He has bottled this. And I think that's going to be game. Look how good champion Berbers are. Now he's fighting the CDBs. These things with the militia officer are insane. Look at the priest get some punches in there. Oh, the cavalry destroying Kurz there. He should have been fighting with the CDBs like 2 minutes ago. Why did he not do that? The militia floors on the militia officers on the floor. By the way, fun fact: this guy can make Minutemen, like the Spanish explorer can make dogs. He can make Minutemen. Just a fun little fact for you there. More CDBs coming out. He's actually like winning this fight with the CDPs. Why did he not fight with them earlier? It's Carp messed up. Carp messed up. Look at these guys. He can march on top of the heavy team as well. The club and snaring with the CDBs in the back doing all the damage. They obviously have bonus versus artillery. See them melting the heavies. 2 more replacing it, and Kerr's coming in for the flank as well. He's really buffed these CDBs, and I think that's going to be game now. Callan on 67 vills. He's getting loads of eco cards. Refrigeration coming in now, and yeah, Carp just running out of vills here. Why he didn't fight? That was hilarious. That guy just got launched off his cavalry. Shut the bubble shit. Well, it was a great Revolt series game. We are on day number 3 now of the Revolt series. Honestly, feel like Carp could have won this game if he had better micro and if he actually used his CDBs more effectively here. But can't take anything away from Callan. Callan played really solidly, really took the map control super well. And we do have the deer here, so he did send in the elk. No, he didn't. Did he send that? Is that what the elk looked like? I mean, it must be, right? That must be the elk card, right? I don't know. He's also sent this card here, Hudson Bay Company, so he gets a small amount of coin whilst gathering natural resources, particularly animals. So effective way of getting resources here, but it takes a lot of shipments to get to that, and yeah. Oh, that was a fun one. That was a fun one. I mean, the villagers were close. Look, Carp had the initial lead, then Callan took over. Callan did some good raiding here, good raiding here, and was only at 5 vills or so. But Carp had his 2 factories out a lot sooner as well. And Blood Brothers is such an insane card, and he had Edict de Nantes, so he had the better shipments. Was very close here as well, like 66 vills to 60 vills, very close there. But Callan was too far in front at that point, and he just took the map too well. And Callan's micro was just the deciding factor this game. Callan's micro is just very good. And I think that was the difference this game. But best build, Carp gets the MVP for the build, but Callan gets MVP for the micro. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I hope you guys are enjoying the Revolt series that I'm doing this week. I'm trying to get a Revolt game every day this week. It is my favorite thing to do. The Red Ensign, always good to see that. Shout out to my Canadian brothers, love you really. And shout out to my Frenchy boys, love you really. We'll catch you guys in the next game. Peace.